Have you ever been at church, service or mass or whatever, and listened to the scriptures or listened to the homily, the service lesson, and all but heard Christ call your name? Have you ever had that happen? Or listened and felt like everyone was looking at you because they wrote this one day for you, for only you. Everyone else could sod off and go home because this was only for you. I feel the Lord through many of these readings speaking directly to me. Do you ever hear him calling you? What do you do when you hear him say your name? Do you turn away in denial? I'm just imagining things. He doesn't know me. Psst. Yes, he does. I'm just imagining that this is just a confluence of events. It has nothing to do with me. Wanna bet? For instance, the Lord says to me, Anne, my beloved, you are among my chosen. I am asking you one last time to try to heal this division with your brothers. There is no fault attached if you fail, but there is sin if you do not try. You wish to join me, and that is my most fervent desire too, that you be here with me. But that cannot happen if you do not try. Jesus continues in his message. What is forgiven on earth is forgiven in heaven. What is held bound on earth is held bound in heaven. You must release your brothers of their sin so that they are not held by their hatred and enmity of childhood, carried into adulthood for eternity. Only you can do this. In your heart, in your soul, and most difficultly, in your mind. You can't bear them so much anger as to wish them restricted from eternity, and also then restrict yourself from eternity. For having been the sole and only goal of their anger for so many years, nearly 40 years, you cannot be unscathed by that anger and by their hatred. Forgive, he closes, and come home to me. And I respond, yes, Lord, my beloved, I am listening. I will try one more time. Either do it and fail, or just never do it. Never try. For that word implies a lack of effort and intent. Does anyone else have similar work to do? When first I heard his call to me, when first he commanded me to attempt a reconciliation with both. I then forgave both and stated the words aloud. You are, neither of you, held bound by this sin, for I released you. I forgive you, Timothy. I forgive you, Brian. I know not the basis of your anger. I know not the basis of your hatred, but I forgive you. May you someday heal and someday understand that your rage and your anger hurt no one but you, and possibly your children. For when they hear and see so much rage and so much hatred, but get the conflicting messages, you are to love your aunt, and yet they hear all your back talk. They hear what you're saying to your wives, and they hear your wives casting so much hate upon me. And drip, drip, dripping the poison in your ears. They don't know what to think. So they too cut off all communication with me. Suddenly, with no reason, with no word, it just poof, gone, ended. The last time I tried, they, of course, didn't accept my attempt at détente, my attempted rapprochement. All French words when you're talking about coming together again, rejoining a union. For France was ever the site of neutral grounds, and it was the intermediate place. It was never here or there, but some place to which both had to travel to achieve, showing their true interest in the peace for which they had negotiated and requested. In case you wondered, why are all these words French? It took my brother Timothy getting serious with a new woman to stop not speaking to me. I couldn't think of a better way to phrase it. But out of the blue, I started getting birthday Amazon gift cards and Christmas gift cards. The disabled live on Amazon. His previous wife was a narcissistic personality disorder, on the hoof, classic, and she dripped poison in his ear about me, even though he lived with me for the 4 years between his first and second marriage to her. But the new woman, she said to him, you must end whatever it is you have going on. You don't not speak to your sister. It was out of the blue, but I welcomed it, as it's starting to open the door to his 2 girls, who lived with me for 4 years. Both now each mothers of 2 children. One via twins, which is rather funny, because when I was working with a twin study, I kept telling her, you're going to have twins, you're going to have twins. And she never believed me. But I'm the one who did the study of our genealogy. I know how many twins there are in our family, but they usually didn't survive. And my twin His human heart beat for 6 weeks 7 years ago, but then stopped and became a rock again. Drip, drip, drip goes the poison. So if you have work that Christ is calling you to do, do it. Don't wait. You need not become friends, but you must release and forgive for your soul, for your own health. And you can keep them out of the will, if you wish. But write each family member, not given any valued property, a letter, honestly explaining your decisions, not being vindictive, but they weren't a part of your life, so shouldn't be made to benefit from your death. Some believe that they should be given a trinket of their choice, but some folks find that insulting. You can think on it, speak with a lawyer, speak with other family, give their portion to a specific charity, and tell them which charity received it, so they don't challenge the will. In my will, my brothers don't receive anything, neither do their children, none of them. There are only 4 people who receive things, and none of them are related to me. That resolves all questions then. When I was to die a few years ago, that took care of all problems. I tell you now, resolve all issues, or forgive them remotely, and say aloud, I forgive Ishmael, and he is not held bound by any sin against me. Do it for yourself. Do it for your soul and theirs.